We had an academic intervention.
There was an academic intervention in Dolla's upcoming album, Dolla's recent album release.
I actually haven't seen.
Like, it's taken Malaysia by a storm.
Surprise! You won't know.
Copyright!
Copyright.
Copyright is Is that allowed to be said?
I want to wear him to my graduation. I want to wear him to my wedding. I want to wear him to my wedding.
Hey, welcome to the first episode of Tabi Talks.
With Amisha and As'ad. A fashion podcast like no other. Insert the sound effects.
Yeah. Let's start off with why we wanted to start this.
I feel like the reason is because we had a revelation.
An epiphany.
We were sitting in our room, in her room,
Yeah.
and we're like, we should start a podcast.
Because when the both of us are together, we always talk about the same things without trying.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we felt like, maybe we can, actually put this to
Yeah,
good use.
we should share our thoughts and opinions
To the internet.
to the whole world,
To the whole world. Or to the 4 people that will listen to this podcast.
But we hope that by creating this podcast, we're creating a community that is engaging. Because when we talk about fashion, it's more than just the clothes, it's the concept, it's the abstract idea, it's the entertainment part of it, it's how celebrity culture is, it's culture itself and more. We're creating a conversation, not only like in the Western context, but also local Malaysian fashion scene, which has been thriving ever since, and also like regional, Southeast Asia, India, East Asia, so on and so forth. Wait, my back. Actually,
Your back hurts?
Let me just move a bit closer.
Carrying the fashion industry?
Yeah, even though I'm like a literal nobody. I'm not Rizman, Ruzaini or anyone, but it just hurts.
Oh God. So yeah, extra time.
We had extra time. We had an academic intervention.
There was an academic intervention in us really putting our bootstraps on and just being like, let's start this podcast for real.
Yeah, and after coming to realize that, me personally, and I think I've shared my story with you, is that I think later on in our podcast in the future season, I think I will slowly open up the reason why we started this podcast. But me personally, because I felt like my true calling was in the arts.
Right.
And I think I've always had a thirst and love for fashion since I was a kid, and I love learning. And I feel like in fashion you learn a lot,
Right.
Yeah. My name is As'ad. I am currently a business student studying in business management at Bleep University. I'm gonna share that,
Let's not dox ourselves
Yeah.
in the first episode. So Asad, what are your fashion credentials?
I've attended a few fashion shows.
Yep.
I've attended KLW last year,
Yeah.
2022, and I went to Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week KL this year.
That was
Wait,
crazy.
MB,
MBFW.
MBF, MB KLFW.
Wow.
Damn
that's
long,
a
yeah.
mouthful.
Yeah, but we just call it Mercedes KL Fashion Week. Yeah, this year, 23. How about you, Amisha?
Because I love to read, it's only natural that I want to talk about it in depth through a podcast like this. So
Yeah, true. And I when we before this, even before we talk about fashion, we generally have a common ground about video essays and just writing in general.
yeah,
So when we bonded over fashion, we actually did bond over fashion.
like every time we catch up, we're like, thoughts on this, thoughts on that, and I those are one of the more engaging conversations in my life right now. That's why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
My credentials 0. Just joking. I mean, I think for now it's just desire, and I guess I'm interning at a fashion brand at the moment.
are you gonna disclose that or?
I'm not disclosing that. Did you see Dolla's upcoming album? No, Dolla's recent album release.
I actually haven't seen. Would you care to explain?
I did, and I'm kind of obsessed with this this time around, like entire creative direction. The production house, the director and photographer, and the album branding all goes credit to this Instagram user eMajor. I actually don't know their name, their actual name, but this is where I get all my info from.
The IG handle is
eMajor7.
okay.
Yeah, and I believe they are the like photographer for the album shots and everything like that. The stylist is this person called Carmen. The way she styled the album was so cool. She incorporated Masha Di Mansour. Have you heard of that?
No,
fashion house?
I haven't heard about Masha Di Mansour.
They incorporated Masha Di Mansour and Ghost Boy Club, which I think are
Oh, I know Ghost Boy Club.
you
Yeah.
know Ghost Boy Club, right? Have you seen the latest Ghost Boy Club? What's that? I think it. I don't even know what it's. I maybe it's fall winter. Tapi lawa gila. This is very recent. It's super nice.
Like a minute ago or
No, obviously like a few days ago, maybe like
okay,
maybe
yeah,
a few
that's
weeks
recent.
ago.
That's recent.
That is
Okay.
recent, yeah. That's their latest collection. Anyways, yeah, Ghost Boy pieces and Masha Di Mansour pieces, which I thought was brilliant because they use different colors for each girl: red, yellow, blue, and green. I believe.
Okay, totally spice and
Right? Like I love that. The characterization of each member. That was cool.
and what was like the like general like whole aesthetic of the album rollout?
I think classic was more of like on the girl crush side, like more baddie, more baddie, and the song was more strong on the stronger end instead of more pop. I think we needed that from them, and the fashion very like complemented the song and the album, so I like that.
Maybe I should
You need to check out the songs.
like the whole album. Is it the whole album?
Yeah, and watch the MV because they incorporated the creative direction and the fashion very well.
Okay. Maybe I should.
Stream Dolla, guys.
Yeah, stream Dolla. Actually,
Big-
the song I know is Surprise. You won't know because
Copyright.
copyright.
Copyright
I can't
issues.
sing it.
Yeah, he can't sing.
Recently, I
It's-
don't know if y'all know lah, but I hope you do know. Gentle Monster released a new collection for 2024.
Yep. And it's really taken Malaysia by a storm with
I feel like not only I feel like the whole world in general, you know,
yeah.
the whole optometry industry is like monopolized by one company like Luxottica,
Yeah.
which owns like Ray-Ban and other famous brands in the
Oakley, all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
What Gentle Monster did was bring the experience,
Yep.
and I feel like because when we entered it, it was like what the heck, you know, why the fuck is everybody sitting there?
Yeah.
And then if you see like stores around the world, you know, in Korea there's like a whole machine just moving, you know,
Yeah.
and in the Philippines there's like a men spreading.
Yep. And when I was in the Gentle Monster store in New York, there was like an entire metal construction just moving.
Yeah, of course, its main idea is to sell the glasses. You know,
Yeah.
that's the business of it. But the way they market itself, you know, the experience of it's a different experience when you wear a Gentle Monster itself. It's not your usual eyewear. I saw this one comment on TikTok where somebody said like, oh, Gentle Monster itself is like so coded in Gen Z. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's always about disruption. It's
Yeah.
always about fighting back. You know, we don't the wanting to be part of it. You know,
Yeah.
it really like aligns with my value of like wanting to be different, but at the
Yeah.
same time like creating the own space that we have. You know,
All credit goes to their founder, Hang Kuk Kim. He's the one that laid the groundwork for all of this. He did that by attaching the experience with the glasses
Yeah.
itself.
and I feel like Hanguk Kim is like a great example of like being, you know, being an entrepreneur in the fashion industry or even a designer.
The first collab with Jenny, do you
Yeah.
remember that? Yeah.
And then that took off, you know.
That completely took
Yeah,
off.
so I feel
Watching Gentle Monster grow was started off with Jenny when she was working with them. She was collaborating with them, and the first two campaigns were so successful. The Gentle Garden and Gentle Home. At first, I didn't understand what that was. Like I wasn't sure if that was like her own brand or something. Is she starting an optical company? Is this a collab or is she the model? Because everything was so incorporated. I remember Gentle Monster, like instead of G, they changed it to J for her.
Oh.
Like Gentle Home. Like that was so cool. And she worked with photographer Hugo Comte.
okay.
They worked together, and until now, I think those are some of the best editorials in fashion as of recently.
Circling back to like our moment of like Gentle Monster, I feel like growing up, like because I am sadly an early eyeglass
Same.
wearer.
We do not.
I
We did
have
not have.
I have like problems with my vision, so I had to wear eyeglass. But like you've never really seen like eyewear, that's camp.
Yeah.
Eyewear that is
Eyewear
aesthetically
that's-
pleasing,
Yeah.
in general.
That's cool to wear all the time.
Yeah.
Wearing glasses it's not a fashion. It's a necessity because
Yeah.
I refuse to wear contacts.
Even like I, a person who wear contacts time to time, but I feel like because like every time wear my contacts and I go out to meet friends or family or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like just like, oh, you're not wearing glasses, you look so different,
Yeah.
So I feel like glasses is part of my identity.
It is.
And like choosing a glass that represents me is kind of integral to my individuality,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see how Gentle Monster will set the ripples and how it's gonna trickle down to like more affordable brands in the future or something like that.
Mhm. Yeah, at this, I
At
mean,
this
like,
point of time,
no, the thing is,
that's a
I-
pipe dream.
yeah, like, what's like the piece that you want?
I don't know how to say it, but I think it's De Hyger. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. It's the one where she wears, it's like metal, but then there's earrings at the side.
Is it those stars or?
No,
Oh, the one you can put the. Oh yeah.
that one's so cool.
The actually I don't.
De
Have
Hyger kan? Tak tahu tu.
You sure?
No, for real.
I feel like my favorite piece was the collaboration they did with Maze and Margiela.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I like it suits like because I have round face, so like, but I can't really wear thick frames
Right,
because it really makes my round face look like a globe.
right.
But like with that frame, because it's thick, but somehow like the cutting of the lens, the
Yeah.
sunglass, it really like elongates my face. Like I feel like people who don't wear glasses don't really understand the pain of like having to choose an eyewear that suits your face, and it's like for me it's a long process. I don't know for other people are.
Right, same. I take hours to find a new frame.
Like this frame, it looks normal, but you don't know how long it took me to find a frame that looks normal.
I think it's more of like convincing yourself that you look good in the long run.
Yeah, like this frame. I think I went like through like 7 pieces
Stores?
before
Oh,
this.
okay.
No, 7, not stores. I only went to one store.
Right.
Loyal to that one store, I guess. I went to 7 pieces. We started off like square,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, no, I don't look like a Prada librarian. I
Right.
look like an actual librarian, And I was like, okay, maybe I'm not living for my Prada life,
You're not giving Mark Gong fashion intern?
No. So I was like, okay, let's try to do something that I'm more familiar with. This like squarish but circular.
Yeah.
Because before that I just like Mont Blanc, but
Mm,
which I think you've seen before, right?
I did.
Yeah, which got lost.
Lost
Study
his
room.
Mont
I
Blanc,
don't know
like,
how I
what?
lost my glasses, but so I wanted to stick something similar, but like try something new.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, let's try an aviator. And then the amount of aviators I tried, because like some don't have the middle bridge, some only have the top bridge,
Yeah.
and some are like too high, some are too far low. And then in the end, like I was like, oh my god, there's so much aviators. And then like and then we finally went onto this piece that I'm wearing right now, which is a black Ray-Ban aviator, which is a bit smaller than my Mont Blanc. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Mont Blanc,
Mont Blanc, yeah.
We're not French.
We're not
It's
French.
fine.
It's okay, butcher a bit lah.
Yeah, give yourself some grace.
Yeah. And then like it was either this black
Mhm.
or a blue and gold frame.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I would live for a blue and gold frame, but I'm not really like it was not tacky to say, but it was very out there,
Right.
I don't want, and then like gold, I'm not really a big fan of gold, even though like
You're not
I've-
a gold girl?
I'm not really a gold girl. Even though like my undertone is like pretty neutral,
Mm-mm.
I can wear both.
Yeah, same.
But like my preference is not gold.
Right.
So I was like, you know what, let's try black. I've never tried black glasses. in
Oh,
my
you've never
life.
had black
Actually, I've never had a
frames.
black glass.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It looks good though.
Thank you.
So natural. Was this recent? Like, how recent was this?
Well, this was this year, lah, like
Right.
earlier this year.
We both
Yeah.
got new glasses.
Yeah, and you get yours where?
I'm not exposing where I got my glasses. I got mine from Times Square. No, from
Yeah, and I think a lot of everyone gets that.
yeah, I think these frames elongate my face. I don't know. Or maybe they just elongate my eyes, which is the point. I think I wanted to bring out my eyes. I wanted to make sure people know my eyes are huge, you know?
What I used to do when I was a kid is I would put stickers on the sides of my glass.
Wow.
Like star stickers, heart stickers, Mickey Mouse stickers, stuff like that. Just to like accessorize. So,
I actually had Mickey Mouse glasses.
jeez.
But like at the side. It was
like
so
how
cute.
like Mickey Mouse.
Like it was a small Mickey Mouse at the side, and the frames, the stick, like what's this called? Like the frame
The frame.
was purple. Purple.
Okay.
It's actually horrible.
I mean, you're giving Evil Queen love for sure.
Digier.
Digier. We sound American when I speak French.
That's so American. Like I'm not rocking it the way it sounds
we
from
say
my mouth.
croissants here.
We say croissant.
Croissant.
Digier.
We can't
That's
say
how you
that.
say it. So the brand. Digier.
That really wraps up the main topics that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
We talked about Dolla and we talked about Gentle Monster.
Right.
And we get to end our first ever episode after rambling about Dolla and Gentle Monster.
We're gonna wrap this up with our top 3 favorite fashion moments of the year.
Yeah, like
For me is Mugler at X H&M. That's one. Second is Renaissance Tour, and New York Fashion Week.
okay.
Wait, did I really? Is that my answer?
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, it's
Sandy
Sandy.
Liang.
Sandy Liang's New York Fashion Week.
Okay, I mean Sandy is in New York, so like,
Yeah, fall winter collection.
okay, why Mugler X H&M? Why?
So Mugler X H&M was personally memorable to me because we experienced it together. We actually went and queued up for the collaboration.
Even though we were late, like 2
We were
hours,
late by
but-
2 hours. We were broke. I came with like $3 in my pocket. I swear. I didn't even check how much I had in my bank because I wasn't sure. I was like, let's just still go because if I knew the amount of money I had in my bank, I might not have gone.
No, but honestly, like for the Mugler H&M, it was like we knew it was coming.
We knew it was
The ad
coming.
campaign, and the ad campaign was so good,
It was
guys.
too good.
Like, ooh, baby, I feel okay. Copyright. I don't want to get copyrighted by this stuff, but like it was so good.
Yeah.
And then we were already like, oh, I want to get this piece. I want to get this piece.
Oh, the jeans are so good. Blah blah.
And then like
The
no,
mesh top.
the only piece that I actually really wanted was the corset hoodie. And I was like, ooh.
I
Wait, that
wanted
was a
the
weird sound.
jeans.
Like,
I
like-
wanted the jeans more than anything.
But when we went there 2 hours late, it was finished. It
There was
was
nothing.
gone. Like even online, it was sold out, and it was 600 ringgit. I came there with my 2 ringgit 50 cents in my pocket. I was asking my sister, if anything happens, I will borrow your money first,
Yeah.
and I will buy you back. And
Yeah.
so then, that literally, I'll even pay the interest back.
Exactly.
But in the end,
There was nothing left anyway.
yeah, I just bought an oversized shirt.
Which I still think was like really nice.
I mean, it's in the words of the fashionable people, it's an elevated basic piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I've only worn that twice. It's still there. I still hang it with the Mugler H&M hanger.
Same.
Yeah, and it
The
still
ones we
smells
stole?
like. And then like I kind of sprayed because they give the free sample of the Angel Elixir
Yes.
perfume. I still
Yeah.
sprayed on. It still has that scent on it. So, but honestly, like the whole day that we were at the event, the Mugler H&M event, yeah, I feel like from the morning, and we went back at night. We actually spent a whole day in Bukit Bintang.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
We were and we studied after that.
yeah we studied. It was like in between
It was,
exams.
it was during our finals. I was lucky enough to grab 2 shirts and a
Mhm.
hoodie. I still use the hoodie for airports and stuff like that. And it's so comfortable.
I've only worn that shirt with my black slacks from Uniqlo that I'm actually wearing today. I don't know if you know, but I love Uniqlo. I feel like throughout the whole podcast, I think I will not stop rambling about Uniqlo, which, surprise, I love Uniqlo,
Right.
Yeah.
Uniqlo is like Assad's thing, like his
Like,
entire personality.
no, the thing is, okay, back to Gentle Monster a bit. Uniqlo suits so much with Gentle Monster, you know, like that, like it makes sense. Like it's a really good, like even for like those like OOTDs or like Get Ready With Me,
Yeah.
a good Uniqlo outfit
Yeah.
paired with a Gentle Monster,
Yep.
eat it up, you know.
That was like the start for us.
Yeah, it was really
But that's when I realized, oh, maybe he's my fashion soulmate.
yeah,
The next was Renaissance tour,
which
which
this
I personally had the opportunity
Miss
to
Americana.
to
Wait,
go
we
to?
didn't talk about that you went to New York earlier this year.
Right. I
She
mean,
was in the center of fashion itself.
yes, one of the biggest fashion hubs. I was in a few times, but long enough to be like, oh, this is where it's at, like for real. And while I was there, I had the opportunity to go to Renaissance myself. I was there for the New Jersey concert at East Rutherford. I don't know how to say that, but it's fine. And I pulled up in in the most basic top, because when you go to Renaissance, you're supposed to glam up. You're supposed to be the best space cowboy you can be, like everyone else. But I went super last minute, so I showed up in like a glittery silver top with like, what's that called? Bell bottoms, like low rise bell bottoms. But it's fine. And I wore Nazifi Nasri. I repped local brand Nazifi Nasri. I'm a big fan of Nazifi Nasri, so I brought that back there, and it was awesome. And now I took videos of like everyone that I thought was best dressed, or like everyone I befriended with at the concert.
Did you get permission for recording strangers like
Yes,
that?
I did. And I was like, hey, can I record your outfit? And he was like, yeah, sure. Of course I did.
Of course.
Actual theme coined by CNN's article was accurately represented as Afro-futurist disco fantasia. So it's like space cowboy renaissance glam, which is literally what you would see in a sea of beehives, you know. So yeah, as I was saying, like the Muglerby suit was when she wore in London, and then the Loewe suit, you know, the ones with
the hands.
that was iconic.
And that came in like so many versions. It was in the nude. It was in silver. It was in red.
It's too good.
And I saw like on TikTok like people were recreating that dress, and then like I saw a guy like covered the hand, like he like custom made his own shorts.
Yeah.
And covered like the front
Oh
part
yes.
and two gaps at the back.
Did you see the parody as well? Like this girl who was like trying to mimic Beyonce on TikTok, and then her outfit was like those combs. Like I don't know if you saw. It was so good. Like it was black combs attached to make it like hands.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen it.
I think I showed you or something. But yeah. And my personal favorite outfit was the one she wore for Dangerously in Love in East Rutherford, New Jersey. First, I'm biased because that's my favorite song.
Because she went there also.
Yeah, and she started off with that song. Second is she was wearing Marc Jacobs, which I thought was like super like I love the silhouette and everything. What's your favorite outfit from Renaissance?
My favorite outfit was, I think it was the Blue Cowboy by Roberto Cavalli.
We're butchering all these
I am
names.
so sorry. Okay. Yeah, that blue. It was like futuristic, ethereal. You know, it was covered in like jewelry, all these gems. It was bejeweled.
It was bejeweled.
As quoted by Taylor Swift.
Yes, bejeweled.
But that cowboy hat was so nice.
Yeah.
And another piece that I liked was that oil spill dress by wait, hold up. I got the notes. It's by
Oh yes.
David Coma.
I
love the play on with the colors.
It's so good.
And then the silhouette. It was, you know, it was like a bodysuit or something like it. It's like it's trendy now.
Yeah.
But the way the color and the pattern really it you know how like oil spills, like when they move, it's like that really pretty,
right,
like color changing,
iridescent.
The iridescentness, right? So when it was on the body, I was like, oh my god, you know, it's so now. At the same time, it's like I could wear that too. Like I genuinely think I could pull off that dress.
I think you look good.
I think I would look good.
Yeah.
I would look good in David Coma, especially the Beyonce outfit that she wore to
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how about the Sandy Liang that you talked?
I've been a fan of Sandy Liang. When was the earliest that I've
What's the
heard of
earliest
her?
memory that you have of Sandy Liang?
I think. Let me think. I think it was her wedding. Her wedding went viral for a bit. I think last year, and I was like, oh my god, that's like my dream wedding. It was beautiful. It was like it was in the gardens with all the bows. Obviously, we have a bow pandemonium going on right now. Yeah, like I think
The croquette era.
yeah, the coquette era and like how she felt like everything was on film and stuff like that. It was beautiful. But I'm pretty sure I've heard of her like a little bit before that. Because of what? Maybe it was her flats, like her ballet flats.
Yeah.
It was her flats, and then after that, it was like a K-pop idol wearing it or something. That I was like, oh okay. I was like researching what the idol was wearing. I was like, oh, she's wearing Sandy Liang. That's so cool. And then after that, me and my sister we decided to make our baju raya inspired by Sandy Liang and Shushu Tong. I'll insert a pic here, or I guess.
Thank you, editor.
Yeah, thank you to the editor.
The editor is
Us.
it's,
So, yeah.
it's a two-man team working here.
two-man
We are
team.
working on it.
We work like a dog day and night. You know that?
Now you're quoting.
We're quoting Annalise Keating. Anyways, yeah, so we incorporated Shushu Tong and Sandy Liang into our baju raya in our kabaya. So it was just like woven into the kabaya, which is cool. And then after that, I had the opportunity to fly to New York, start working there, and I was like, yeah, I'm not missing. I'm definitely going to go to her flagship store. I was trying to catch the fashion week itself, like trying to get invited, but I
Don't
wasn't.
move too much the mic.
Sorry, I wasn't sure how to get into it because there was one point I think. Like when I was walking at Upper East Side, I was like, why are these girls all dressed in black and like they all have like the same paper bag? Then I realized it was Fashion Week, and I think they just walked out of a Mirror Palai show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that brand? Mirror Palai. I don't know how to say it.
Butchering another name.
Another name butchered. So yeah, I was like, oh okay, that's cool. But then Sandy's one was like super discreet. Like I saw all the influencers and the fashion girlies getting ready for it, but like obviously it was invite only and they couldn't expose where it was. And then after that I just saw people posting pics of it, and I was like, oh okay, so it's over. But then I thought the show was phenomenal. Like I saw all the pieces for fall winter. It was beautiful. And then by the time I got to the flagship store, the collection had already been like presented.
Mm-hmm.
And they released like a zine for it. And I managed to grab like the zine at least to immortalize the pieces I loved. And I think they only had like 100 copies of the zine. And while I was in the store, it was cool because the girl that worked, I was like, oh, did you go for the fashion week? And she was like, yeah, I went. All of the Sandy girlies like got to be a part of the fashion week. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So yeah, I want to be a Sandy girl one day. So yeah.
That's cool.
Right?
No, the fact that you were in New York during New York Fashion Week, like I feel even though like you weren't like invited per se, but being in the environment, the atmosphere of Fashion Week itself, you know, where designers, publications, media, all these people of fashion from the industry come together, I feel like being just at that place, the location itself is already like
oh, this is like a once in a lifetime thing for me. Like just be able to watch it.
I feel like it's not just. I feel like we both want to pursue a career in fashion.
Yeah.
Have this podcast lah. Oh my god, is it obvious?
Girl.
But like, you know, I feel like it's like a stepping stone. You know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. With talking about Fashion Week, I feel like one of my favorite moments of 23 is also going to Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. Actually, before this, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never heard about Mercedes-Benz until I went to Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, you told me about
But
it.
apparently Mercedes-Benz does Fashion Week like across the world.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's pretty well renowned. They do it around the world, and they mostly invite like innovative designers from different countries.
So wait, was the Malaysian one like, is that annual or?
I'm actually quite not sure, but I think we'll put a note down here by the editor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or me. I'm editing this video, okay? Um, and of course, I went to see my favorite Malaysian designer of all time. Amisha is literally like bleeding her ears every time I talk about Dixon Lim.
That's not true. I love when you mention him.
Like Dixon Lim, like I want to wear him to my graduation. I want to wear him to my wedding. I want to wear him wedding. Oof, still young to talk about that. Okay, my graduation, my wedding, like even my everyday like corporate wear. If
Yeah.
I work in an office,
Yeah.
even like if I don't work in a corporate office or anything, I still want to wear his outfits. The tailoring is amazing, and I had the pleasure, sitting front row at section C. No, section A actually. Like literally at the car. No, at the car.
Ooh.
No, not the car. The stage. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was sitting front row. So it was an awe-inspiring moment.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And then I also got to meet at that night. I got to meet one of my favorite content creators, slash I guess writer now, Asha Farisha.
Yeah.
Oh, meeting her was the best thing in the world. Like I genuinely think that like
She's down to earth.
she's down to earth for sure. And like meeting her and having even though it was like a short conversation, but like meeting like the person that you've been admiring, and
Yeah.
I guess she was also like a catalyzer
Yeah.
in even our podcast, in creating like, okay, let's take the steps, So it was nice to meet her.
Yeah.
And I remember I took a selfie with her, and the first thing I did was like, Amisha, you won't believe who I saw.
Immediately texted me.
Yeah, legit, I was like, oh my god, and then it was amazing. But going to fashion week is always fun, and I am looking forward to going to fashion weeks in the future. Yeah, maybe KL, maybe Singapore, Bangkok, Jakarta, New York, Paris. I don't know. Yeah.
Any city that would accept me, I will go.
Yeah. Oh, also one more point that I also forgot. No, my favorite was that I was introduced to like a brand new brand. It's called Chai Studios. It's based in London, so it was a model turned to fashion designer.
Chai Studios.
Yeah, Chai
I think
Studios.
I've heard of it.
So they were like, the first collection was about like pleating and like traditional stuff like that.
Okay, tahu.
Yeah. But when I searched about,
It's the one with the plates, right? Like the vintage.
is there plates?
I think so.
I don't think the fashion show does not have plates, man.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I was looking at the IG, my bad.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I think there was plates on the IG.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. It was
okay,
like
okay.
mushrooms and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. But one of the things that really captured me was that behind the scenes of Chai Studios, I didn't know this until like I had to like go down the rabbit hole. Was that the light curator? I never knew that job even existed. The light curator was by this guy. I think it was Witchism on.
Wow.
I don't know how to Witchism. That's how he pronounces his IG handle. But he's a light curator, and he has worked with like big brands like Givenchy and so on and so forth. And then like, because to me that night, Chai Studios show the whole production was really good, and then like getting to learn about production and lighting for that night, I was like, wow, I never knew there was doors to fashion through other avenues, i.e., the backstage and talking about lights,
Exactly.
even the production of the music and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it was an amazing experience, and it was also like a learning experience. And I feel like that's like the general overview of like me in fashion, that I continuously learn.
Yeah.
Like today, you name dropped like 10,000 new brands on me, like new photographer, a new name, new celebrity. I still don't know, but I'm probably gonna go back later on,
And be
get
like,
on my Instagram, look at the people, go down a few
Instagram,
articles. Yeah,
Go down the rabbit hole.
yeah,
Like, that's the fun part of everything.
yeah. True.
Yeah. I think fashion always keeps me engaged.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like this is somewhere I can really be present in.
yeah. And even though it's like fast, but at the same time you take your time,
Yeah.
and then it's like it's like everything for anyone. There's like haute couture. If you wanna go, and it can be.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Haute couture.
Wow, I've never said it
How
like
do you
that.
see it?
Like a normal person, like not French. Haute couture, just
Wait,
pretty,
that's
like
not
that's horrible.
wait, don't quote me because I'm still learning on my Duolingo, my French.
Pretty sure it's haute couture.
Haute couture.
Yeah.
No, I think that's how everybody says it.
Yeah, I've been saying it wrongly.
Haute couture. Okay, croissant.
Okay, croissant. Okay, pain out chocolate.
Wait, isn't it pain chocolate? Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I love a good pain chocolate also.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm craving one right now.
Okay.
That's what you
With
think.
that said, we are getting hungry.
Yeah, we're getting extremely hungry.
I think we're gonna end our episode here. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in to the first episode of Tabi Talks
Yes.
with
Amisha?
and As'ad. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like, share, and follow us on
Spotify, YouTube,
and Apple Podcasts,
Apple Podcasts.
and also on our TikTok
Yeah,
and our Instagram.
and Instagram.
Link in bio.
Follow us on all of our platforms.
And share to the world. You know, we are starting something new.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys in the second episode.
Bye.